few new products to talk about today. It's the end of the year, so we're much more casual, but these are some nice little releases at good prices, and I didn't want them to slip away from you in all the holiday madness. We're going to talk today about Laura Geller, always a winner, and something new coming down the pike from Tarte. There's always something new down the pike from Tarte. Today with me, Rebecca. I am a fashion and beauty magazine and newspaper editor, and I have worked with some of the biggest names in the business for about 25 years or more, actually. I have brought Not Fit for Print Beauty right here, so you can have a sort of live, or filmed live, I should say, beauty magazine to flip through every day or so here on YouTube. Okay, like I said, we got lots of things going on. It's a little bit more chill in December after all the holiday releases, but that doesn't mean we don't have new releases. And we actually have some fun ones to talk about today. From the maniacs over at Tarte. That's not nice, Rebecca. No, honestly, they are maniacs. They're so driven. They create so much. And if you haven't noticed, Tarte seems to use QVC as sort of a little bit of a test ground. Sometimes products from Tarte are released on QVC and they never see the light of day in Sephora or Ulta or on even the Tarte website. And sometimes they do. And they test a lot of, especially their Maracujá products over there. Now, Snoopy Coupon told me about this one. She's amazing. She's on Instagram. If you do not follow her, you need to. Snoopy Coupon on Instagram. She's amazing. She knows that I have a penchant for Tarte, including kind of teasing them, but I like them. They intrigue me because they're really innovative. So they had there was a trio on QVC. I think it's actually sold out now, but I got it when Snoopy Coupon told me about it. And it is the Tarte Maracujá Lip Stain Liner Trio. So eventually, if these do well, and I think they should, you'll see them on Tarte. What it is, these are liners. I mean, you could use them over the whole lip, but in the demo today, we're going to use them as a liner. And you're going to see these all swatched in the warm California sunshine in a moment. But let me just show you how this works. It doesn't roll up. It's a little bit of a paintbrush, and it's kind of wet. The product is a little bit wet, but it paints on and then stains the lip. It isn't like the stain. I did a short the other day with a Swatches product that really stains and peels off and kind of makes it last 24 hours or frankly even more. This is not like that. But you have a little bit more control as well. It's very easy to work with. I think easier than a pencil. And it comes in, 3 shades. I think there was 2 shade pack choices to choose from on QVC. So we'll see if this Maracujá Lip Stain Liner makes it past the QVC test stage, but it's sold out. So I think it probably will. It's like a really wet feeling, and then when it dries, it doesn't budge, but it's super easy to work with. So I'll show you that in the demo. And the other thing I want to look at today is something from Laura Geller. Laura Geller website, I'll link that below and up here on YouTube Shopping. The Laura Geller website has all sorts of deals going on now towards the end of the year and the holidays. But this was a good one that this one they sent over. The Tarte I purchased, but Laura Geller was kind enough to send over their best of the best full basic set. It comes also with their angled kabuki brush. You'll see it in the demo. This is beautiful. This is usually about like $70, but it's on sale for about $41. You can get all sorts of savings over there. It's got a mirror in here, a blush, bronzer, 2 choices of highlighters, and really limited but good choice of eyeshadows. And when I say limited, it's actually a compliment that we will talk about during the demo. These are really pretty. Sometimes just tell me what to put on my eyes and face. Sometimes I want to be creative and expressive, and sometimes I just tell me and I'll do it. You know what I mean? Let's take these outside to look at in the warm California sunshine. On the left part of my arm is the entire Laura Geller full basic set laid out as you would see it in the pan. So we have the eyeshadow trio, then we have the bronzer, 2 highlighters, and a blush. And then we have the trio that I got from Tarte over at QVC of the Maracujá Lip Stain Liner Trio, and that goes Rosy Beige, Buff Peach, and Honeysuckle. Honeysuckle being the darkest. Now, we're not going to try all 3 of those on today. They stain. So, there's no need for me to be scrubbing those off. You'll get the idea. But they have a kind of a paintbrush slightly wet feel that's really easy to work with, and then they dry. So it's a lot of fun to demo it. I just thought we would take a look at these products. Make sure that you check them out with the link because there's so many good savings going on. And these Tarte products are sold out at QVC, but I'll see if I can find them somewhere else. And if not, wait for them because I think they're going to be popular. They're kind of a good Maracujá product. Really good one. All right, let's go ahead and go to the demo now. Do make sure you're subscribed first, please. Here we go. Okay, we started today with the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten foundation, which is a baked powder foundation. So I thought that kind of goes along with it. And let's go ahead and try this Best of the Best Full Basics palette. We got everything in here, which is kind of nice. It's nice when they include a bronzer too. Says the light, medium, neutral skin tone who can wear different bronzers. If you have a different skin tone, perhaps you have a different feeling, but I can only speak for myself. This comes with the brush. This retractable brush from Laura Geller is actually a really good one. I have a few of them here, but I'll just show you it. Tracks, it's great for travel. This palette is great for travel. So I'm gonna first go in and to the blush. You know what I love about this palette? And you're gonna laugh because this seems like such a crazy thing to say, but I'm gonna say it. I like that there's not that much choice. Sometimes I just want to put on a pretty face of makeup, or if I'm traveling, I just want to, I just want to look nice, and I don't want to I don't want to have to think about it too much. There's one blush. We do have two highlighters, which I'll explain to you in a moment, but this is one kind of glowy blush that looks good on pretty much anyone and is in that baked powder from Laura Geller, and it just works, okay? It just works and easy. I'm going to get out. I have a few of these retractable brushes. This does come with one. I have a few of them, so we're going to use them. This is the bronzer. So what I'm going to do with the bronzer is just kind of bronze around the edge of the face, just to give some warmth to the face. I'm not one for really strategically bronzing. It's not something that interests me, but if you wanted to, you could certainly do that. I just kind of like to do around the hairline and onto the cheeks, just a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about then you retract this right into there, travels super easily. I mean, you can't ask for better than that. Let's talk about the highlighters here. So we have two. We have one highlighter that's a little bit more matte, because a highlighter doesn't have to be glittery or glowy. It can just highlight, bring the high points of the cheek out more forward, and a light shade will do that. Or you can wear one that's a little bit more pearly. And of course we know you can also wear one that's sparkly, but you're not gonna thankfully get that from Laura Geller. So I have here a Sonia G Sky brush. Let me just show you how that would work on the high points of the cheek. Here's the one that's a little bit more matte. This is just going to bring this area forward. And you'll see some powder in the air just because this is a baked formula. It's no issue with the formula. It's just the way a baked formula will behave. And then on the other cheek, let's do the slightly more glowy one. And I hope that the camera will pick up the difference. This is just a lot more dewy. This one still highlights, but is a little bit more matte. You can mix them. A little bit more matte, a little bit more dewy, a little bit more reflecting. Okay. Oops, knocking things over. All right, let's go ahead and look at the eyeshadow shades here. Now talk about not too much choice, but I like that. I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here in the middle and just put it all over the eye. So the great thing about this is, I think, really ideal for getting out early in the morning on a day that you perhaps wake up late or early, I mean, whatever, and you just want to throw on some makeup. And I do mean throw on some makeup and look nice and get out the door and not have to think too much. I'm going to go into this deeper shade right here. I'm not even switching brushes. This is a Sonia G Pro brush, and I'm not even switching brushes. I'm just kind of making a little bit of a V with this here, running it under the eye, the deepest shade. Talk about neutral. And sorry about my funny little face there that I'm cutting. That's a great old expression, isn't it? To cut a face. Anybody ever heard that expression? That's kind of an old-fashioned one. Don't cut a face. People's grandmas used to say, and it just means, the old you'll have your face frozen that way. So I cut face, okay? And then I'm gonna take my fingers into this shade right here, which has a little bit more of a reflection to it. Could have used that as a highlighter as well. And then put that all over the mobile lid. And it really packs a punch. And there's just a really pretty look, taking another brush into, so I can just add that into the inner corner. What a pretty look. Easy. Simple. We just need something on the lips, and I would normally use some Laura Geller to go with it. But let's take a look at this Tarte product. Now, I covered on a short the other day the peel-off lip liners, and what a lot of people said to me in comments, and very astute comments at that it's tough because it's hard to line your lips perfectly. And it's really hard to use these unwieldy things that then peel off. And then you're kind of stuck with it all day. And I do kind of see that. So let's use this Rosy Beige, which is not a peel off, not one that you'd be stuck with all day. It is a stain. So it has a nice staying power, but it's easier to get off if you make a mistake. Somebody else said, let me just show you here. I'm going to line with this. This is wet. It goes on wet, because it's a stain, but it's not one of those peel-off ones, so it's easier to use. It's not so unwieldy. Somebody else said that the other reason they want a nice stain, but not one... Don't talk while you're putting on lip liner. Just word to the wise. The reason they don't want one that's completely got to stay all day, they said they don't like the fact that then you have to touch up your lipstick because it wears off and you're just walking around with lined lips. Do you remember permanent makeup? As a craze. I just warned you not to talk when doing lip liner, but I live dangerously. Do you remember the craze of tattooed makeup, tattooed eyeliner, tattooed lip liner? I remember I knew of people who had the tattooed lip liner. I always found it a bit difficult because I felt like, your lips are always lined. That means you need to always fill in your lips, Could you do your whole lip with this? Could you do your whole lip with the peel-off liner that I showed the other day on the short? You could, but these are generally made to be a liner and just line. You could fill in the lip. So what I brought over to fill in the lip with this time is a Tarte product. This is another Maracujá whatchamacall. There's so many Maracujá products I can't keep up with it. So I just thought we would fill it in with this. I could have done the whole lip, but it's actually a pretty one. Probably not available anymore. I'll try to find it. And if it is, just like the other products here, it will be tagged either down below in the description bar or up here in YouTube shopping. But, yeah. There we go. How simple. I could have used a Laura Geller lip, but I do like these. Kind of some final thoughts. You know how I feel about the Laura Geller. Reliable. Easy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you want to get really innovative and really expressive, and sometimes you want to know that the look is put together and you can get out the door and look good. And that's what this is for, whether it's travel or home use. So easy. Comes with a super easy travel brush. I mean, it's just, you're set, I mean, you even have a mirror in here if you're doing your makeup on the train or commuting. Perfect. Now, in terms of the Tarte product, it's a good little product from Tarte. It doesn't look like it's available on QVC anymore, but I'll see if I can dig it up somewhere. Tarte uses QVC to test out some things, but I really like these. A little bit wet, but not messy. Easy to use. Have a nice staying power, but they're not going to last all day if you make a mistake. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it, as the Pussycat Dolls warned us years ago. So, yeah, I think these are good. I think these are easy to use and nice. And they're a little bit different for a lip liner. Probably the paintbrush part of them is actually easier than a pencil. It doesn't have to be sharpened. So all good products up here, just the little ones. I am going to be doing a lot more best ofs, and we're going to do a new meh cup. Because we need a 2024 meh cup. If you haven't seen me do those videos, those are makeup that I think is a little meh cup. So we're going to be doing that for 2024. I'm excited. I'm currently compiling that. And plus, I another video for favorite products, and we need to do some top 10s and top 5s. Hey, if you haven't yet, and I'll put it down below, till the 20th of December, my voting for the Best of 2024 Best of Beauty community is open. It's a Google form this year. Super easy to do. Do it from your phone. If you're watching this video on your phone, you can click the Google Pages link below and it will take you to the survey. 21 questions, real quick actually. And then you just hit submit at the bottom. I would love to have your answers. And you have until the 20th. At midnight, California time. That is down below, along with information on how to join our Facebook group, how to join our membership right here on YouTube for lives that I lead weekly, how to give super thanks, which is always appreciated, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok and all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe, as that is the greatest gift you can give me. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video, having a lot of fun with these kind of end of the year roundup videos. A lot of fun. See you soon.